This may come as a surprise to you, but I kinda like video games. And while I don't have a massive shelf displaying my collection, they've definitely played a huge part in shaping who I am. And it all started when my family moved from downtown Toronto to a city up north. It was also conveniently around the time as my birthday, so my mom took me to Walmart to buy me my very first console, the Gameboy Advance SP. Fun fact, not even a week after buying it and we had to replace it because I cleaned the game port with water. I didn't have a ton of games, but I still have vivid memories of all the ones I did play. Pokemon Fire Red, Simpsons Road Rage, Yu-Gi-Oh! Worldwide Edition, Shaman King Master of Spirits, and Mega Man Battle Network 4. And of course, being Asian does have its benefits sometimes. When my relatives immigrated from China, they brought along a bag of Chinese knockoffs, Pokemon Red and Crystal, Mega Man 3, and Harvest Moon. As you can probably tell, they were all in Chinese, but I played both Mega Man and Pokemon long enough to know how it goes. Of course, we can't forget about the all-important 10 games in 1 cartridges. I feel like these are the poster child of bootleg games. Sometimes they're just a bunch of licensed games, and other times it's just full of jank. The weirdest one I played was a game called Super Pika Land. Hey, look, it's everyone's favorite Italian electric mouse plumber type of guy. Yeah, we got all your favorite Mario characters like Ekans, Pooping Pidgeotto, Flying Fish. This level's pretty cool though. It's like if the Alph Ruins were set in Egypt. You got little unknowns popping out of the pipes. You done goofed, Ash. You ate too many poppins and now you turned into a Jigglypuff. We eventually got a PlayStation 1 with a whopping 2 games, Twisted Metal Small Brawl and Bomberman Party Edition, neither of which were legit. Again, I have vivid memories playing these two with my brother, fighting Trapper in the jungle area in Twisted Metal, and the sheer auditory chaos in Bomberman. A couple other games worth mentioning were Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and King of Fighters. I only got to play them whenever I visited my cousins, but MVC2 in particular will always hold a place, just for the music alone. There's a ton of amazing covers out there, and I highly recommend giving them a listen. But the piece de resistance was none other than our family computer. Ah yes, the sound of booting up good old Windows XP and not headed straight for the internet, but rather an SNES emulator. To this day, I have no idea why or how it got there, but if it weren't for this, I don't think I'd be as into video games as I am today. There were like 100 games already installed, and I made it a goal to play all of them at least once. Biker Mice from Mars, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, Sparkster, The Peacekeepers, but there were 2 in particular that I put the most time into, Mega Man X and Kirby Superstar, both of which have an exploration element to them. In Mega Man, there are various power-ups you can find while going through the 8 stages. After completing each stage, you're given a passcode, which acts as your save file. I remember I had this book. It was a Beyblade book of all things, and my brother and I used that to jot down the passcodes. You might be thinking, well, why don't you just look them up online? Well, for one, we weren't that smart, alright? And 3, it's way more fun and feels so much more satisfying knowing that you actually made progress, rather than going straight to the end of the game. In Kirby Superstar, there's a game mode called the Great Cave Offensive. If you know, you know. You basically go around looking for treasure, and I remember my brother and I would spend hours looking for all of them. Also, it's Kirby. It's just an inherently fun game. But with all the console stuff out of the way, we now move on to the PC. Who here remembers Flash arcade games? I'm talking Adventure Time and its spin-offs, Stick Page, Newgrounds, Neopets, the list literally goes on forever. No joke, I would spend hours playing a game about sand. Oh, you play Call of Battle Arms Halo Knight 4? Well, have you heard of Final Fantasy Sonic X? I bet not. The mid to late 2000s was truly a cesspool of creativity. You got mashups upon mashups of things people thought were fun and cool. You know, despite a lot of them having colorful language. And then there were the MMOs. MapleStory, Trickster, Fly for Fun, and a bunch of miscellaneous games that I don't have a category for. Gunbound, Raytheon, Kart Rider, Pena, Guns to Duel, I'm just listing off games at this point. Please fucking send help. So yeah, I think video games are pretty cool. It's the one thing about me that hasn't changed in the amount of years that I've been on this planet, and if there's one thing you should take away from this video, it's this. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, you shouldn't be into this, or you're too old for this. Be whoever the fuck you want to be and have fun with it. Who knows, you might end up becoming an anime boy on the internet talking about video games. As always, stay in milk, drink your school, eat your teeth, etc., etc. I'll see you all in the next one.